gentlemen, ladies, my name is Jose, and welcome to the What If Zuko was Elder Centipede? ELDER. Centipede. So, so, most of you voted for this character, or this What If. Because I did last night's post, which says, hey, how about the choose your favorite character, what if that's I made? I'll give it a reboot on it. So most of you chose Elder Centipede over Deadstroke Zuko and the other ones that I could not remember. So yeah. So yeah. And I'm also adding Zoomy to this what if. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Plus I'm making so let's start earn with them being born. So, or actually, Inko was a scientist that she wanted to bring some big creature, or created a big monster. Understand? No. She got forced to create a monster that could destroy All Might, but she failed again and again. But instead of dying, like bullet through, she actually got saved by the pro hero. The fire breath. Yeah. Yeah. So, not by an endeavor. No. By Hasashi, I think that's his name. And so yeah. So good. But the chemicals things that she worked on got into her body, and so when they got married and had 2 kids, they gave birth to a human and a centipede. That it was only about the size of a arm. As Inko decides to get rid of it. As they, aka, abandoned him in the wilderness. As over years have passed, he grew, now bigger than, he ate, he evolved, and he basically is now, I'm making this version of Zuko way longer and bigger than everyone's. Like, it could have just rapidly around the entire world. Um, yeah, but he was sleeping. One day he was sleeping as a little girl. Oh, oh, oh. I'm just trying to pick. Okay, so let's say Momo this time. So yeah, so Momo, who was walking around doing her own thing, and yeah, she had her guards with her, or when, yeah. Then the bear, her, came out of the wilderness, chasing her down to eat her alive. Momo ran to it, or ran to away from the bear, as yeah, the I'm making this bear a little bit bigger than the average size. So the guards ran and with her, as they got trapped by the they were in the corner as a bear walks up slowly to them, as he was growling. And then it happened. When Momo needed a hero, like she screamed, like a girl, because technically she is a girl. So when she screamed, the mountain woke up as a one of the tusks uh, uh, lifted, or when he lifts his head, and yeah, Zuko was bigger than anyone's entire, as he looks at the bear, her, and the bear looked at him as he said, "Oh heck no!" As of course the bear says that, or in his own head, as the entire, or no, like Centipede's entire body went charged right at off, or at that bear. Oh, Momo thought he was gonna attack them, but turns into, as he bites the like the bear's head clean off, devouring the remains of the bear as he goes back to sleep. As he sleeps. As Yeah. They all, like, were a little bit shocked. And why did it, like, censor presents? As the days, or as, yeah, Inko, or no, no, Momo told her parents about there's some weird creature that's bigger than anything that I could ever see. It was like a giant, we just saw its top of its head. And it had a human face on it. Yeah, it's right in the middle of its forehead. So yeah. So yeah. He ends up um hmm. So they, or of course Momo's parents didn't believe her. But then when the guard says it is true though, we saw him, how big he was. He looked like a literal monster. Yeah, as the couple days have passed, Momo is going to UA. Or yeah, so they she's a little bit freaked out as they see a, like, how will I put this? Because I'm giving him also abilities to clone himself, like make what his real appearance look like, or his human appearance, as he goes to make sure that yeah, as he basically holds the world record, and the as Momo was talking to her friends, as sorry to butt in, but you said there was a giant Elder Centipede, right? Or centipede that, or, the monster that saved your life from the bear. Yeah, the it was scary. Harry. It just looked at me like I thought he was gonna attack me, but it ends up eating the bear instead. As then it goes back to sleep. Interesting, very interesting. I'm actually gonna do two things: become a pro hero, and learn more about the monsters that are in the areas. As Momo thinks he's crazy. Huh. As, yeah, so, before USJ thing, or actually when they leave, or no, Actually, at the USJ, or before USJ, they, what's been bothering you? Well, the, it's about this monster that I encountered when I was just a child. Um, the, it had glowing yellow eyes and a monstrous aura. It, it scares me. Momo, calm down. Oh, maybe you're just hallucinating. After all. Oh, I said you're hallucinating, not crazy. There's a difference between those two words. So yeah, he says that the when I actually after or he actually says after the I had a different encounter with it. I looked around to look for fossilized remains of a but ends up finding it's probably the same bear that you're probably talking about. Um, no. As yeah, Zuko was basically and the as it when it opened its eyes. Huh, there you are. As he's as he's it asked me to do something for him. Um what did he have to do? Well, that's easy. That's why reason why I brought a sponge and the bucket to just wipe his eyes out. Because he's real tired out. He couldn't see straight. So that's why he probably as he so yeah, at the USJ, Zuko, who, or the, yeah, Zuko's human form, when, as he tells Mr. Aizawa, how about you guys mess with, or he yells at Shiraki-sen, says, you're messing with the wrong people. I know that All Might's not here, but you you don't need to attack us. Well, why are you attacking us? As Zuko has that same feeling when he was just Elder Centipede. As the villains, they supposed to be like a high-end villains that couldn't be scared of anything, but this kid's aura makes them freak out, like they couldn't control themselves. As some of them ask, how scary are you? Even a Nomu, who ran up to Zuko, was gonna punch him, but then he says, huh, really? As he uppercuts onto the Nomu with full force, and the Nomu's entire brain exploded, or the entire head, as he falls and dies. Yeah. Mm. As, yeah. As Momo, oh, is getting that weird vibe, too. So yeah, now after USJ, I didn't even leave you, Mr. Aizawa, and didn't even leave your side. It's just the go ahead and deal with a small fries. As yeah, as Mr. Aizawa says, well, this is what he says. Man, you really have stuff thing going for you, aren't you? Yeah, but I don't think about that stuff. So the next day was the sports festival. Yeah. So I'm skipping the sports festival and internship thing because he makes yeah, he does battle against the hero killer thing. Thing. And yeah. So they gained, or he's gaining their trust. And yeah. So it was basically like that on a whole nother level. As Tenya, or Zuko tells Tenya, don't worry, Tenya. I know this is going to be, technically would be your kill, but you're too badly injured to fight on, okay? As he turns to Hero Killer Stain, tells him that he'll run these two to the hospital and stay right there, and I'll come back. Okay? As he picks up both of them, ran as fast as he could. He's like a runaway train on a whole nother level. As yeah. The Tenya got to the hospital. He came back as promised, as he was like, now you've done it. Or actually, he just kicks All for One's, or no, Hero Killer Stain's butt around fast as he grabs Hero Killer Stain by the neck and drags him all the way to a police station. Yeah. And he got more popular with everyone. And he's in control of his own self. As yeah. He's just wearing like his normal outfit thing. Tank top and the pants. Yeah. Because Izuku... So, yeah. Now the camp arc, I'm skipping because it's boring. Or actually, just the sum of it. But the cat girl, the pussycat, the one that reads the mind, says, "You're not human at all, aren't you?" As Zuko looks at her and says, "I am a human. I was born as a human." Or, yeah. As he tells her that the only you knew about my monstrous form, my original form. Eh? So, yeah. So, yeah. Zuko basically trained hard as he could shoot fire from his mouth like a dragon. As, yeah. And his quirk is actually fire manipulation. Like his sister. And, yeah. He was the hybrid of one giant monster. Yeah. So, then All for One saw this as an opportunity. Because All for One knew that when Inko failed, actually was missing the ingredients to to create a monster. So, yeah. So, Zuko got kidnapped instead of, like, everyone else. As, as All for One spoke, "We know who you really are. You're that monster that everyone talks about, that terrorized the more cities around you. You're big guy." Well, yeah. They, they, I am, but I gave myself a name as Zuko Midoriya, or Zuko. So, yeah, Zuko is your name. And yeah, so as he grew big, like, he was strong, so he could. So he basically, like, his arm were the size of these guys. Yeah. So when he broke the things off, They say, that's impossible. How? Huh. Well, you're were expecting like something as the heroes show up, and then the hero killers, or no, not hero killers thing. The All Might versus All for One. Zuko transformed back into his monstrous form as he used his body, honey, to get between All for One's attack. And, like, yeah. And it was like a shield around, yeah. And hiding there forever. Brr, brr, brr. As All for One says that. As a tail comes out of nowhere, whacks All for One out of it. As he turns, or as he looks at All for One. He unravels. He looks at All Might and tells him, or telepathically tells him, that go grab the citizens out of here. I'll keep All for One busy. As All for One is like, how will you do that? As he runs, or he's, that's easy. As he basically uses his tendrils, the ones that are on his face, to literally crush or rip the lower half from his upper half. As he says, fireball attack, as he opens his big mouth. As the laser, it was so hot that the laser shot through All for One's entire body, basically obliterating him. As All for One dies out. Yeah, it's scary. As Zuko, turns back to his human form, as he looks around, or he looks at All Might, as he comes up to him and raises his fist, and he tells All Might that, or he actually looks at the camera of the news reporters, and he says this: no matter if I'm a monster or a human, I always wanted to become a pro hero. And protect the citizens and all that stuff. No matter who I have to. Yeah, so he basically said that to them straight in the eyes. As they don't see him, they don't see yellow eyes. They see the innocent child. So they're like, okay, so there's, as one of the newscasts, the talkers says, are you that monster that terrorizes the town? No. I'm usually minding my own business. Only terrorizes the town if I'm bored. But I'm gonna tell you something. Sure. You guys, or you human, or you guys are the best. So, plus I'm not bored at all. So, no need to start. I don't need to start terrorizing the town. As they're like, wow, I really want to be like a pro hero, like the rest of you, like All Might. As he points to All Might and looks at him, and there be the symbol of peace, not not the symbol of war or destruction. No, 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 no. As they came, as they couldn't believe that this kid is that monster that Homo was talking about. As the next day, before they even entered into UA, he literally tells Momo, sorry if I scared you back then. I knew that you were just a kid. But at the time, I didn't even know your name. That's what. Okay? So, yeah. As Momo, who is a little bit shocked when, as of course, Ochako walks up to him with silver-haired girls from Class 1B even walks up to him because they know that he is the most. Yeah, so Tenya says, can't believe we are meeting the monster thing. So yeah. As Mir or not Mario, but the Monoma, that's what his name is. I always go by his last name or his first name, depends on how I say it. So, yeah. So he ends up making fun of him for being a monster. As he tells him that it's because he tells him that you don't need him to, or he's so ready to like he'll Monoma off. As everyone is trying to calm him down, and he says this, we'll make sure that you don't like actually killing him off, because some of us are mad at him because of how annoying he is, but straight up killing him, okay? As he, and let me tell you my name before I keep forgetting. I go by a name of, I gave myself a name of Zuku or Zuku. Oh, huh. Suitable name. I was gonna say Elder Zuko, so. But then I was like, no. Oh, just Zuko. Till I think of a last name. Huh. Instead of having you call me the Centipede or Elder Centipede, because I'm not that old. Oh, you guys. And yeah. And he of course, as between, of course, silver haired girl, or actually the class 1B, heard that they have this big centipede in their school. So they wanted to go check him out. So, yeah. And he's buffed. Let me tell you that. If he took off his shirt, he might turn, or they could see his pecs, like his stomach thing. He has a 6-pack, or no, 24,000 6-pack. Yeah. When he says, "Do you want to see me transform into?" Yes. As he transforms into or he took off his shirt, as most of the girls, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 girls, or what, got nosebleeds by looking at his, like, and when he transforms into a Elder Centipede thing, he could adjust his size, so, yeah. So he's basically bigger than UA, yeah. Even when before he transformed, of course, Midnight saw, how, like, a 6-pack of him, or like the pecs, she even got a nosebleed from it. It was like, yeah, I'm a real boy. Yeah, so one day, let's say it was Christmas, because we're in the Christmas day, so yes, so he wanted to spend time with their families and, yeah, friends, or their families, as he doesn't know that so he's just hangs around at his dorms, because he's all alone thing. He doesn't, like, have any family, or he doesn't even know his own family. So he basically, please wait for part 2.